What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we're going live again because we obviously just did a little watch-along, and I just wanted to get my points right away. It was a lot of fun. A lot of you guys came out for our second watch-along. We're going to definitely be doing those in the future. We definitely have a big one also coming up against the Schalke game, so be sure to come along and check that one out. But I wanted to get these talking points out right away just because I asked everyone in the chat who was communicating and watching the game along with me to send their opinions in, and I was in a great mood. It was awesome to see a big 4-0 win for the boys, and I want to get right down to it. I want to talk about it and get started. So our first takeaway has to be Erling Haaland. Not only is he a fox in the box, is he an absolute animal and will put that ball in the net just about every single time you get him, he's also a very unselfish guy. And that's something that was so important because I thought he had a fantastic game. I thought he was a workhorse in that Bayern Munich game, and it just carried along here. He was a threat all game long. Something I love about him is his runs. I mean, the way that he just goes off the shoulder of the defense, waits for an inch-perfect pass from Sancho, Reina, doesn't matter, and then to not even take a touch and just smash that in the back of the net. He's going to be having a huge, huge year for us, and he's already slamming in goals left, right, and center. But, I mean, any goal scorer out there knows, I mean, any sport in the world, I mean, hat-tricks are very unique and very cool things. And the guy had a breakaway, and he's in the back of his mind, he's 20 years old. He's probably just thinking, I want to put this in the back of the net, get my hat-trick, go away. Like, I'm going to be in the race to win the most goals in the league. Like, I want this goal. But then he sees young Paslak coming up beside him. And, like, the goal obviously would mean a lot more to Paslak, and the way that he went out in the wilderness and came back from loans, was even in the Dutch league. And to have the composure and then the decision-making ability to just lay that off in a tap-in, I mean, that is a huge kudos because we see how mad Haaland gets every time he doesn't score a goal. Every single time. He's absolutely livid. And to give up a hat-trick, which is a goal scorer's dream for Paslak, was just kudos. I mean, the team chemistry, the team morale has got to be high now. That is a perfect bounce-back game. I loved it. Leading into our second takeaway, we're looking at the American dream. Viewer posted that in, and that is Gio Reyna. And I had a couple people saying that I wouldn't quite want to start Reyna all season long. I disagree. I think whatever his body is able to give him and the doctors recommend for game time, I think he should get. Because this kid's getting better and better and better. I'm talking corner kicks, free kicks, vision, the way he gets the ball, the way he put those pin-perfect passes in for Haaland were unbelievable. He's going to get better and better and better. We've got to be very strategic about the way that we let him play and the amount he plays, but he's just going to keep getting better. And he is going to be so important for this team. He loves this team. And the excitement when he did that pass for Haaland, and the excitement that Haaland had when he set up pass, like, it's perfect. It's perfect. And I just want to keep seeing Haaland as well, but Reyna just keep improving and keep learning from Royce and working off each other. And he just put up three assists today. That is fantastic for a 17-year-old. So, I mean, that's a huge, huge takeaway from the game. I loved it. I want to continue seeing him going and then being strategic about the way that they manage his game time. Our third takeaway, which is a very important one as well, and one that you guys were talking about a lot in the comments section, and that is our defense. And I thought it looked like a bit of a rock right now. I couldn't believe it. We're finding some chemistry between Hummels, Chan, and Akanji. And that's what we need. And it's going to take some time because obviously Chan is going into a back three formation. He's coming as a holding midfielder and coming back into a center back position. We know he likes to push forward a little bit, which is awesome because he can get, well, he scored a goal. So it shows like the kind of ability that he can do in the box. But what I also really like about him is that he goes up because, I mean, with a back three, it gives him an opportunity to go up and he gets into areas where he can swing a ball into the box. And he's very good at doing that as well. But they look very well organized. Mats Hummels had that back line just perfectly in place just about every time. They won a lot of headers and were able to build out from the back, which I thought the passing from the back to the front was fantastic today. Hummels, the way he just opened up play in his vision as well. And then Akanji, who I said needs to be that rock because of just the way Chan and Hummels play. I think they just, all in all, had a great game. Meunier played pretty decent. I mean, very different player than Hakimi. The back three need to start learning what Meunier can bring to the table that's a little bit different. And then obviously Guerrero was unreal. The way he goes from a left wing back position all the way to the other side of the field, and his touches in space are just phenomenal, and there were some tiki-taka plays that led because of the way that Guerrero can move a ball around. So our back line played great, and they got to definitely find some chemistry and continue going. And I like that Favre's actually keeping the back together. There's a little bit of movement in the mid and the forward, but the back line is building chemistry, and that's going to be our biggest Achilles heel this season. We need to obviously get that in shape. Which leads into our fourth takeaway, and I got to talk about him because it's Felix Passlack, the kid who was at Norwich City. He was out in the Dutch league. I mean, I personally never thought he was going to come back and make a statement on this team. I just assumed he'd probably go back out on loan or even get sold. But he's versatile. He comes in as a left wing back. He comes back in a right wing back. He can play as a right mid, a right back. He's got heart. He's got energy. A little 5'7" guy, and then he just stapled his way into the team with getting that last goal. I don't think he's going to go out on loan. I think he's going to stay this season. He's a utility player. He's a passionate player. He's someone we need, and I loved it. I loved that he got the goal, and you saw how much it meant to him. And he would have thought that he would have went from playing in the Dutch league to now coming off the bench and scoring goals for Dortmund and potentially maybe getting a shot down the road of starting a few games. So big kudos to him. I was very, very happy to see him score, and I would love to see Holland put in a hat trick. The more confidence we get, but it's building morale. Like that was, again, I can't stress for how hard it is for a goal scorer to be unselfish like that. A lot of goal scorers get told to be selfish because they want to score, but it was an awesome play for that, and I absolutely loved it. But then that leads into our fifth talking point. And there's obviously a lot of positivity about that game. I predicted it to be a 3-0 game, but Passlack had to ruin my prediction, but that's all right. It was a 4-0 performance. Fabre got it right. He justified not starting and taking, I guess, the Super Cup as seriously as it looked because the team looked fresh. They looked rejuvenated. They looked for a back, and they smashed Freiburg, who could be a stubborn team from time to time. So that's huge. That's absolutely huge. But there's one question a lot of people, you viewers, were asking, and me and myself, because in the preview I wanted to see Brandt start. My fifth takeaway is, what are we going to do with him? Because he's too good to be coming off the bench. It's awesome having him come off the bench because we're having Julian Brandt coming off our bench. But it's not going to make him happy to come in and play 20, 30 minutes. It's not. He needs to start. He needs to get a run of form. We don't really play now in a formation where I think he's going to get the best out of his position, which I think is in a 4-2-3-1 as your cam. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you because it doesn't look like he's going to come in. If he comes in, it's going to come in for Bellingham, and it's going to be beside probably Witsel. But I would like to see that, but he's not getting called upon, and it's going to add some question marks. So I don't want to see him go back to Leverkusen, for example, or test the water somewhere else. I think he's good enough. I know he's good enough for this team, and I'm curious to see his way to punch back into the starting 11, and I'm just not fully sure if or when that's going to happen, but he offers a lot of different things that some of the players in there can start, so he will be crucial. And I know we have a lot of games coming up, so he will get his chances, but it's just he's looking like he's just fallen out of favor with Fabre right now, so we're just going to have to see what happens there, because I think having him firing this year is going to be pretty important for us. So that was our 5 takeaways from the watch along today, and watching with you guys was a lot of fun. There's also another little point I wanted to touch on just a little bit, not really a takeaway, but I was talking along with you guys in the stream and was talking about the subs that Fabre's got to make. He made all 5 subs. He made them very similar to the ones that I said that I hope he does do. I think they were strategic, they were smart, they were well-timed. I would have probably done each one he made probably 5 to 10 minutes earlier just because of the scoreline of the game, but it shows that he's at least trying to adapt and take in consideration that large bench he has. But I think he nailed it tactically. I think he answered a lot of critics from obviously the Super Cup and the Augsburg game, so big kudos to him. That's exactly what we needed. And yeah, and we also have, at the end of this episode, we had a little contest where we handed out some holographic balls. We handed out our YouTube one, we handed out our Twitter one, and then we had all you guys comment down in the stream, and we took it and put it in a little number generator. So congratulations to Matty D. You're the winner of the contest. We'll be sure to reach out to you and ship the ball out to wherever your location may be. But with that is the end of our 5 takeaways. I'm glad we were able to get this to you guys right away. Definitely let me know what you guys think about the game. Obviously, there's a lot of positives. What do you think about the Brandt situation? How Erling Haaland's going to hopefully bang home 20-something goals. But It's been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the watch along and continue to join me in the watch along because I love communicating with you guys and seeing where you all are from. It's been absolutely amazing. But with that, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll see you next time.